very creepy that the very bullet that was meant to...
How can you go back?
Hi everyone! Oh my gosh. Hi everyone. So, my name is Angel. Your name is?
Pam.
This is Pamela Reddy, guys. This is Mrs. Reddy. And today, we're gonna react to...
Amazing coincidences.
That is it.
You
So,
won't believe happened.
I'm actually excited for this one. Let's see.
And we have...
Bolton.
What do they call it? They call it beef jerky in the States. And it's like,
Well, in South Africa, it's called biltong.
A bullet kills its intended victim years later. In 1883, a man named Henry Ziegland was shot at. He left his girlfriend and she committed suicide. In order to make him pay for what he had done, his girlfriend's brother shot him. The bullet only grazed his face and lodged into a tree. Right after shooting Ziegland, the man committed suicide himself. Years later, Ziegland wanted to see the place where he was almost killed, as he believed that he was the luckiest man alive for surviving. He went to the tree and decided to cut it down because it still held the bullet. The task was too difficult for him to do alone. Therefore, he took more drastic measures. He took a few sticks of dynamite and believed that blowing up the tree would be the best way to get the bullet out. When the tree exploded, the lodged bullet in the tree propelled from the tree and shot Ziegland in the head, killing him instantly. It's very creepy that the very bullet that was meant to kill Ziegland all those years before eventually did. No.
That's not funny, but why is it that important to actually get dynamite? And then you thought, and then the same bullet. He's going to see the place where he almost died in it. Because he actually dies.
No, guys, wait. I would have never wanted to go back to the place I almost died.
Who cares? If anything, I don't
have
forget.
guys, I would have had a bad memory. I would have been like, never do I want to go to.
I'm somebody, even if something bad happened, I didn't even put it in my diary. I only wanted my diary to have happy thoughts. Now here I am. I must be traveling to the place where I almost got killed. And then I get killed.
The fact that he got all
Curiosity really killed the cats.
The fact that he got all these tools and then killed him proper. Like, that's how he should have died. The brother was trying to hit him here and it missed.
Oh, that's so very...
I'm sorry about that. It's not funny, but why did you go back? I would have let the dead be dead. Literally, guys, I wouldn't have went back. If this was me, I would have never have went back. I would have been like, you see that place there? Even if I hear the town, if the town was called maybe Jacobstown, I would have been like, woo, Jacobstown. I almost died in Jacobstown.
Yeah.
Why did he go back? And the fact that he got all those tools. Guys, even if I did go back, I would have tried pull. If I failed, guys, I'd be like, done, I'm out, bye. He got tools. That means you have to hire someone. You have to get someone.
Yeah. Obviously it wasn't worth it because now he's dead.
Now it's your
By the same bullet. By the same bullet.
Nah, dog. Lesson learned. Don't go back. There's a reason why it's your past. Ha ha. No, that was dumb.
And saves falling babies twice. In 1937, a mother was standing in the window of a fourth-story building in Detroit when she accidentally dropped her baby. Luckily, there was a man below named Joseph Figlock working below. He was a local street sweeper. He was working beneath the window when the infant fell from the sky and hit him in the head and the shoulders. The baby lived, and Figlock sustained minor injuries. A year later, another mother was in a high-rise building when she allowed her 2-year-old son, David Thomas, to fall from the window. Ironically, Figlock was working on the ground beneath the window, sweeping an alley. When the child
Why were
fell,
the kids by the
Figlock
window?
was struck in the head. Both he and the child survived. What are the odds of a man being in the right place at the right time 2 years in a row? Also, what are the odds of 2 mothers being so irresponsible with their children that they allow them to fall out of a window 2 years in a row? Hugh Williams, perpetual shipwreck survivor. There have been millions of shipwreck casualties throughout history. If you're planning an ocean voyage and your name is Hugh Williams, you don't need to worry about being one of those casualties. In 1660, a ship sank in the Dover Straits. There was only one survivor, a man named Hugh Williams. In 1767, another ship sank in the same area. The only survivor was another man named Hugh Williams. A ship capsized in 1820 on the Thames. The only survivor on that ship was also named Hugh Williams. In 1940, a ship was destroyed by a German mine. Of all the people on board, only 2 survived, a man named Hugh Williams and his nephew, who was named after him, Hugh Williams.
Wow.
The Deus Ex Twin Towers Omen. In 2000, a PC game was created called Deus Ex. When the Skybox artist was creating the game, he forgot to add the Twin Towers to the New York City skyline. Some people say that the memory constraints involved made it impossible for him to add the towers. Other people believe that he simply forgot. Whatever the reason, he had to come up with an in-game explanation for the reason that they were not added. They decided to say that a terrorist attack was responsible. When they created this explanation, there is no way that they knew that a year later that a real terrorist attack would take down the towers. It is a spooky coincidence. In 1975, a man was riding a moped in Bermuda when he was struck by a taxi and then killed. This showed the world how dangerous riding a moped could be. However, people kept riding them. A year later, the man's brother had paid to have the moped that his brother was killed on repaired. On the day he finished repaying the repair fees, he took it out for a ride. Sadly, he also was struck and killed. The crazy part is that the man was struck and killed by the same taxi, driven by the same driver, who happened to be carrying the same passenger as his brother's death. As far as coincidences go, this one is the biggest. James Dean's bad luck car.
I've seen this one. I've read
This
about
is
it.
one of the most weird coincidences that actually happened. James Dean had the nickname Rebel Without a Cause, and he was one of Hollywood's most popular heartthrobs. In 1955, he was killed in an awful car accident while driving in his Porsche. He's not the only person who was injured by this car. After the accident, the car was towed to a garage for repair. There was a mechanic working on the car, and the engine slipped out and shattered both of his legs. Years later, a doctor bought the engine to put in his racing car. He died shortly after while racing in the car. Another driver purchased the drive shaft from James Dean's Porsche, and he died in the same race as the doctor. Years later, the garage where James Dean's car was taken to be repaired was destroyed in a fire. The car was still mostly intact, though, and it was sent to Sacramento to show off. Unfortunately, it fell off its mount and broke a teenager's hip. Later, the trailer that the Porsche was mounted on was in Oregon, and it slipped from its tow bar and smashed into a storefront. Finally, in 1959, the car broke into 11 pieces mysteriously while it was sitting on steel supports. The cursed car no longer exists. Doppelganger coincidence. King Umberto, the King of Italy, decided to visit a restaurant in Monza, Italy. After looking around, he found the perfect one. He and his general aide went in to look over the menu. When the owner of the restaurant went to take the king's order, the two men realized that they were practically twins.
I've always wanted to be a twin.
And they realized that they were born on the same day, in the same year, in the same town. They also learned that they both married women named Margherita. Also, the day that King Umberto was crowned the King of Italy, the restaurant owner opened his place of business. On July 29, 1900, King Umberto was informed that his doppelganger, the restaurant owner, was killed in a mysterious shooting accident. While he was mourning the loss, he was assassinated by an anarchist who was in the crowd. The coincidences are uncanny. Many people who don't believe in coincidences believe that the two men were doubles from parallel universes. Poker winnings go to the estranged son. In 1858, a British man named Robert Fallon was cheating at poker. When his rival discovered this, they shot him. leaving his $600 dishonest winnings on the table. Back then, poker players had a superstition about taking money from a player who won by cheating. The men in the game decided to give the pot to the first person that walked by the saloon. The man was given Fallon's $600 pot and also a place at the table. Soon, the man turned his $600 pot into $1,000. When the police came to investigate Fallon's murder, they determined that the original $600 be given to Fallon's next of kin. When searching for him, they realized that his next of kin was actually the man they gave the $600 to.
Oh.
That man walking by the saloon was Fallon's estranged son, who had not seen his father in over 10 years.
Number 14.
Virtual twins died and born on the same day. The founder of Ferrari died in 1988. The same year, footballer Mesut Ozil was born. What is strange is that these men are identical. Some wonder if Enzo Ferrari was reincarnated as Mesut Ozil.
That guy with the tree. I still can't believe he went.
Okay.
Anyway.
Cheers.
Bye.